Is Drip Network a scam? What's up, guys? How's it going? Zoltaev here, aka John. The real question everyone has been asking is Drip Network a scam? Before I do go ahead and get started with the video, I do want to go ahead and say make sure to watch till the end before you guys comment. But definitely go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe regardless whether it's a positive or negative comment. Let me know down below on your opinion what you think about the project and whether I was right or wrong, right, guys? But before I do go ahead and move forward, I do want to go ahead and say anything I do talk about or say in this video is solely for entertainment and educational purposes only. All right, guys, always make sure to only invest in what you're willing to lose, and none of this is financial advice. I could be wrong 100%. So like I said, the whole purpose of this channel is to go ahead and put my viewership out there, my opinion, and then you guys decide whether it's correct or wrong, whether you guys want to take it or not. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. But before we do go ahead and do that, right now we are currently on our website called Dac.llc. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out, go over to more, click over to the Fear and Greed Index, and we're going to go ahead and find out how the overall crypto market is right now. We've actually added that for you guys to make it a lot easier to kind of get an idea of what the sentiment of the market is. All right, so we currently are today on Fear, which is extremely good. Like I said, you guys always want to go ahead and be buying during the Fear and be selling during the Greed, all right? Not financial advice. So let's go ahead and get started with Drip. We're going to talk about what Drip is quickly. I'm not going to make it too complicated. There's thousands of videos out there that you really could find out a little bit more information about, you know, if you want the really deep down technical side, like number by number percentage. This is really not going to be the video, just because I don't want to overcomplicate it. I think a lot of people are overcomplicating things, and it's not really as complicated as people make it seem. All right, so we're going to go straight to it, talk a little bit about the project, whether I'm bullish or bearish, and then we're going to go ahead and do some TA on where I think this token could be heading in the next couple weeks or couple months, and my solely opinion, and then we're going to end it up with some BTC analysis, just to try to get you guys up in touch to see where the market is going to be heading. All right, so right now, if you guys are not familiar with Drip, you guys must really be living under a rock. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have actually been hearing about this project for a long time. I actually heard about this project back in December. I actually, you know, pulled back and I didn't pull the trigger just due to the fact that I was pretty skeptical about the project. So I was like, let me go ahead and see how it goes. Unfortunately, it did go up like over $100 and something, and then I was gonna get in again, but I was like, you know what, I'll just wait. That the whole market crashed. Luckily, that was the best thing I did, honestly. And then I'm actually in the project. So before we do go ahead and get started, guys, really further down, I want to talk about what Drip Network is. We're going to kind of read down what it really says from the white paper, give you the overall, and then you guys can go ahead and decide whether it's a scam or not. So let's go ahead and go straight to it, all right, guys? So pretty much Drip Network. Let's see if there's any information about what the token says. Okay. The official token, Drip Network, is a Binance blockchain that captures value by being scarce, deflationary, censorship resistance, and by being built on the robust, truly decentralized blockchain is what they say. All right, the recommended exchange for trading Drip is a Fountain contract, which can be found directly on a platform website under swap tab, as it allows you to waive the initial 10% tax on buys and provides the lowest prices and highest liquidity, resulting in less slippage for larger trades. So let's go ahead and go straight to it, guys. Before I do an overview of how this works, let's go straight to the white paper, right, guys? The white paper is going to be right there. So we're in the white paper. So what is this, right? This is pretty much a DeFi project. It offers you a 1% daily return on your investment. It's sustained through tax on tax, meaning the buy tax and then the sell tax is the way this project literally is sustained. You know, there's a percentage that, you know, the tokens go into the liquidity pool. It's locked, as they say. We're going to talk a little bit about the well tax and how that works, and then how building the team actually benefits you, right, guys? So like I said, I don't want to make it too long, because I've seen a lot of videos that just talk a lot of nonsense but it's not really nonsense. It's just really down to numbers. But I think a lot of people are making it over way too complicated of what it really is. All right. So let's go ahead and go read into it. The Drip Network's faucet is a low risk, high reward contract that operates similarly to a high yield certificate of deposit. Players can participate by purchasing Drip from the platform's swap page, joining another user's Drip team, 10 Drip minimum requirement, depositing Drip to the faucet contract, earns a consistent 1% daily return of their Drip, 365% maximum payout passively. Players can also compound their earnings to regular deposits, rolling rewards, as well as team-based referrals. Unlike many other platforms promising a consistent daily percent return, faucet contracts cannot be drained and will always be able to provide the Drip that has been rewarded. Meaning that, you know, any of the percentage there always will be a backing to it. Okay. Drip rewards come from a 10% tax on all Drip transactions, excluding buys from the platform. So if you buy Drip directly on the Drip community website, that 10% is waived. Okay. If there is ever a situation where the tax pool is not enough to pay Drip rewards, new Drip will be minted. So pretty much like the Federal Reserve, right? So what happens when the Federal Reserve runs out of money to print? They just print more money. So that is what they're basically saying. So how is it deflationary? I don't know how that really makes sense, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. They're pretty much saying that if there was ever a point, just like what the Federal Reserve says, that they could no longer sustain the economy, they're going to go ahead and create more mint tokens. They're going to go ahead and create more Drip tokens. Sorry, not mint. They're going to mint more Drip tokens. And that's the way it's going to provide this.
I just want to interrupt really quick to tell you about the Unknown Species NFT, which is an NFT that we've been teasing for a while. And at the end of the sale of the 600, we are going to be doing 10 $3,000 raffles. So be sure to check it out. Here's the trailer to give you more information, but go ahead and go to Dac.llc/NFT and find out more information. Here's the trailer.
Mr. President, this looks really bad, sir. The doctor's research was leaked and it has left unrest within the country. This is not good. The plan backfired, as I predicted. Mr. President, you need to speak on this or there will be riots. We cannot afford riots on top of this. The president wants all samples brought to the laboratory at once for immediate testing. This could be dangerous, people. Very dangerous.
It's pretty much going to provide the community from not falling apart. All right, guys. So pretty much like what the Federal Reserve does, right? What does the Federal Reserve do? When we run out of cash, you just go back, print some more money, and pretty much problem solved, right? Not really, because now we have inflation. I'm not sure if there's a problem like this that we will be dealing with inflation. I'm assuming there could be a possibility, but who knows, right? But they do say that if that was the case, that is an extremely rare situation to ever happen. The probability that the system will need to mint new Drip to pay rewards is extremely low, since Drip deposited into the faucet are sent to a burn address and Drip is constantly being locked in the liquidity pool through the reserve contract. Drip is the only deflationary daily ROI platform. The best strategy for Drip is to focus on real world adoption by building out your team throughout direct referrals, as you will receive bonus rewards from referrals on their deposits, on their downlines, and you use this whole buddy system, all this other stuff, right? You guys could read this. I'm not going to sit here and read it, okay? And there's more information around right here about the compound, the strategy, hydrating. So faucets compound mechanisms uses your current available Drip dividends and reposits them into the faucet contract, compounding your long-term earnings by increasing your daily cash outflow, also by increasing your max payout. there's only a 5% tax on the compounding transactions instead of a 10% tax that is put on other drip transactions. This 5% tax goes into the faucet pool that is used to pay daily ROIs and referral bonuses. So it pretty much tells you guys, so literally the way this project is being sustained in other terms. And if you guys really want to go deep down, read the white paper. I really do think that the white paper just kind of talks about, pretty much common sense stuff, but I don't know. Well tax. We've added a well tax on withdrawals to help curve Well's ability to outpace other players in the game, forcing them to kick back some of the rewards to the community and maintain sustainability of the project. The tax goes as follows and does not apply to anyone below these staked holdings. So depending on how much you're holding, if you hold more than 10%, you will be paying about a 50% tax. So the really cool thing about it is that if there is someone with really massive earnings and they want to go ahead and cash out, they do have to pay that massive, tax fee on top of the tax fee from buying and selling. So if you guys kind of really think about it, this is the way this project pretty much works. So the way the project basically works is that when someone buys and sells drip, there's like a 5 to 10% tax fee, right? Well, a percentage of that tax fee goes into a wallet for liquidity or whatever the case is, and then the other money pretty much gets recycled into paying other people, pretty much. When someone buys, when someone sells, whether it's me pulling out money now, and like, let's say, for example, I'm a big whale and I'm pulling out massive amounts of money. Let's say I'm pulling out like $1 million. Let's say, for example, that was the biggest wallet, right? I have to now pay a 50% tax on that. So I would have to pay $500,000 just to go ahead and pull out my earnings. So that is good and bad, right? Obviously, you're going to be like, damn, that kind of sucks that I have to pay that 50%. But it makes sense because that means that if a whale was to, go ahead and dump on the market, they do have to go ahead and pay that 50% tax, which then all that money, all that 50% will go back into all of us. We'll all get rewarded, and the system will just keep on going and keep on going. So realistically, this project has been going on for about a year, I believe it's going to be. It started off in July, and yeah, and it's still ongoing right now. So that's enough with the white paper, guys. I don't want to, make it longer than what it is. You guys can go ahead and feel free to go ahead and read that on your own if you guys really want to get technical about where the money comes. But literally just from what I told you in like less than 30 seconds, the money that you're paying on taxes is getting passed around to payouts. And that's the way this whole entire system's kept, okay? So I don't think there's a possibility that it will fall. It could happen, but I don't think that will be the case, right? I'm invested into this project. I only invested a few bucks. Only about like $180. I'm earning right now like about $157 a day. Just $157 a day. That's the goal, right? No, I'm actually earning about $1.57 a day, which is not bad. It's definitely a lot more than your common bank will pay you. So I can't complain right now. Yeah, I'm testing it out. I'm very fortunate to go ahead and jump in at this project around like the $30 mark, because when I was looking into this project again was back in December, and then it was at as high as like over $190. Fortunately, I did not jump in and it tanked, and now I actually came into a buying opportunity, guys. So I'm extremely bullish in this project. In my opinion, no, I don't think this is a scam. I think people are just kind of like just hating and just talking just because, obviously people want views on YouTube, right? Just like one of the reasons why you guys probably clicked on this video, because of the title. But I'm extremely bullish on this project, but there is some indicators that I am currently looking at that I could go ahead and let you guys know where we could be expecting the price moving forward and what do I think. All right, guys? So if you guys go ahead and check this out, there's a really nice, interesting thing around here. So the project seemed like it started like around July, like I said. It had a pretty nice little pump up to 50 bucks, then dumped, and it went as low as even as $10. So after a few months from July, it had his massive move back in December 8th, right, guys? So something that's very interesting, guys, after it topped the market at around 180, I think it was, or 190, it tanked. And that's one of the reasons why I jumped in. As soon as I saw the project tanked, I was like, I remember Drip Network. Let's go ahead and see how that community is doing, right? So as soon as I saw it go down to 30 bucks, I'm like, I'm buying in. And I want to go ahead and say, guys, there is a massive opportunity that this could either go massively make new all-time highs, as high as like probably $300 plus, or this could go ahead and tank. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what is going on right now at the moment and what I see. All right, guys. So if you guys go ahead and check this out right here, it was around the time that it started. I would say this is a strong area of support, and we've actually touched this area 3 times now. So if you guys go ahead and check this out, we were 1-0 around July before we dumped, and then before we had the massive pump to the upside was back in December, was around the same exact area that we are currently in right now, guys. So what could actually be happening, that if we hold this support very well, we could actually go ahead, break resistance, and make new all-time highs, and could be seeing Drip as high as $300 by the end of the year, before the end of the year, possibly in the next 2 to 3 coming months. All right, guys. So I think we are in a huge area of demand. If you guys could go ahead and tell, this is a big, massive area that whales usually tend to buy. So it makes sense. And I'm very glad that I waited on this project to dump, because we are in an area where big whales buy in. You guys could go ahead and tell around this. Unfortunately, this area did not hold. But it did dump. But right here, there's an indicator when there was an actual demand zone. So we've actually just hit a massive demand zone. And I've called this demand zones multiple times, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, I've called the demand zones multiple times, and I'm usually right. I called it out on Kuma. I called it out on, I believe it was Shinobi, or a few other projects. The last project I actually called demand zone on was Panda Girl, and after I made the call into the demand zone, it literally pumped 300 to 400x within 3 days, guys. 300%, sorry, not 300x, 300%, which is about a 3 to 4x, literally within 2 to 3 days. So, and I think the project's even higher right now. So usually demand zones are very critical areas to go ahead and take a look at, to see where the market's heading and where you could expect it to go, right, guys? So there is one thing though that really kind of stood out to me that I'm kind of I don't want to say I'm bearish, but I am a little bit concerned. So right now, as you guys could go ahead and see, this kind of does look like a head and shoulders pattern, which usually, you know, starts off like this, starts a little triangle, then goes down, starts up again, confuses everybody that we're going to go ahead and go back up high as well again, and then it dumps. So this could be a pretty high possibility that this could actually happen. So let's go ahead and check it out what that looks like.
Mr. President, this looks really bad, sir. The doctor's research was leaked and it has left unrest within the country. This is not good. The plan backfired, as I predicted. Mr. President, you need to speak on this or there will be riots. We cannot afford riots on top of this. The president wants all samples brought to the laboratory at once for immediate testing. This could be dangerous, people. Very dangerous.
So this video is actually pretty long. So let's go ahead and see what a head and shoulders pattern actually looks like. So I'm really almost hoping it does actually happen, because if this pattern actually happens, that means Drip could be going as low as $10, and that is a massive buying opportunity, guys. So I want to go ahead and see what pattern looks a little bit better. This one right here, head and shoulders pattern. So usually it starts, you know, the shoulder, head, shoulder, retests resistance one more time before it dumps, and then the target areas are down below. This could be a possibility, guys. I'm not saying it will happen, but this could be a strong possibility that could actually happen. So that means that realistically, if this was to play, I would say that a strong resistance point will be around $85 or around the $80 mark. So we could go as high as $80, test it. If we can't break that resistance, guys, best believe we are going to go ahead and dump and possibly go as low as $6 drip. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be loading up my bags heavily, guys. I would. That's the area that I will be buying in. But like I said, guys, none of this is financial advice, and this could be wrong. It could actually never happen, but it does look actually pretty possible for it to happen. Especially right here, we do go on to the weekly chart, same exact pattern right here. And usually head and shoulder patterns are pretty strong patterns. Look at that. So we could be doing the same thing like this and then dumping down. So just be careful, guys. Like I said, I really do hope the head and shoulders pattern plays out, because if that's the case, I will be loading up my bags even heavier. But since I can't predict the market, I am definitely going to just go ahead and dollar cost average as the market's going and just see where things go. Like I said, it could totally not happen, or it definitely could happen, and we could be seeing drip at around like $6, which will be a massive buying opportunity. And I think that could be a possibility. But like I said, guys, we are in a massive area of demand, and usually on demand zones, it's a really good area of support. So usually it will bounce back up. But like I said, we'll see if definitely I will have my eyes on that head and shoulders pattern. I haven't seen no one really talk about it. I know everybody's a moon boy in the crypto community, but I'm always going to go ahead and keep it real, guys. Could be a possibility that it could dump even as low as $10, and it could even be a possibility that it could be the end of drip. I do not know. I don't think that's the case. Usually projects like this don't last as long as a year. Sometimes they do, but for the most part, they really don't. But I've usually projects in the past, as I've been in crypto since 2017, there was multiple projects that they would say they had this like referral MLM system, and they will not sustain themselves because of the way the payout was. But the difference between those projects to this is that drip actually has a lot of utility, guys. And like the guy, what is his name? Forex Shark is very smart, man. Like if you guys were to listen to his AMAs, like this guy knows what he's definitely talking about. He knows more than just beyond crypto. And the craziest part that amazed me from this guy, he's like, look, I'm not even trying to make money. I'm just very passionate about this space. Like I just love creating. He's been in the industry for years, and he even said, he's like, look, I'm not here to make money. I'm already worth multi-millions, so I'm not here to go ahead and make some quick money. Like I just enjoy doing what I'm doing. And he actually continues to make projects. And the last project that I heard of, I think it was like the Reaper token or something like that, it offered like an insane return too as well. So I know this guy is very knowledgeable in what he does and his skill set of developing, and he's very smart. I know a lot of people have the concerns about him being anonymous. I mean, I guess, but the biggest thing about DeFi you got to keep in mind, sometimes being anonymous in a DeFi protocol is actually the best, is due to the fact that it is DeFi. So when you're dealing into projects like this, you do have to go ahead and watch out with how governments and states actually react. It could be legal or illegal in multiple countries or states. And right now with crypto regulations, yeah, definitely staying anonymous, building a DeFi project makes sense. Like I don't see why people would actually want to like be upfront. But even then, I've noticed there's plenty of people that you'll check it out through plenty of YouTubers, guys. There'll be YouTubers out here that will show anything, show their face, and there'll be rug pulls. Like I've seen it multiple times. There's even going to be a lot of YouTubers probably in this space. Whether Drips is a scam or not, I don't think it is. But could it all be a scam? Maybe. I don't know. But if that's the case, you're going to see a lot of people, best believe, a lot of projects out there that are scams, and out of nowhere they're going to be like, oh shit, gone. If you guys are not familiar, go ahead and search BitConnect. What happened to BitConnect? And there's multiple YouTubers, guys. These guys were making millions, and the project ended up rug pulling and pretty much gone. Literally, I think only one YouTuber right now that is still in the BitConnect and actually got sued, guys, because you could get in pretty big legal trouble if these projects, if your intention was to actually promote a scam. His name is Trevon James. You guys could go ahead and look all this up. Public information, just Google it. BitConnect. If you guys don't know, you guys are going to hear the history about this. So I've seen multiple projects like this. They talk about earning a percentage, but it's all about until how sustainable is it, and how is it sustainable, and when is it going to actually fall. So the fact that I've actually seen this project still up to this day, I'm even more extremely bullish, because usually projects like this last about 6 months to a year. So we will really find out if this project is sustainable if we pass, the 1 year mark, which will be on July. But like I said, I do think it's bullish, but let's go ahead and find out, guys. I mean, it could be, they could pump it one more last time, which that could be the cup and handle pattern. There could be another thing where they could go ahead and pump this one more last time and then dump it very hard, and the project could go to zero, or people are just going to buy in even more, and it's going to make new all-time highs. And I think that might be the case. So even if it does drop, I think it's still extremely bullish. I believe in this project. I am going to go ahead and put down my referral link down below, so go ahead and make sure to join the team if you guys are still watching this 23-minute long video. So let's go ahead and do some quick BTCTA, and let's go ahead and end it there, guys. So if we go over to the 4 hourly, BTC, not much is going on still. I would say we have a strong area of resistance around the $42,000 area. We definitely do want to go ahead and see a break above that. Another point will be around 42, 43. So we definitely do want to go ahead and see a break around 43,000 before we do see a massive pop. But there's multiple scenarios that could actually happen, guys. So if we do break that $43,000 area, we could go ahead and retest $49,000 one more time, bounce back to 41,000, and then skyrocket straight to the freaking moon, guys. That's one scenario that could actually happen. Or another thing that could actually happen, I'm going to talk about the good and the bad, right? Another scenario that could actually happen is if we go over to, let's see, what is this, 4 hourly. So what it could actually happen on the 4 hourly, is that a good chart? No, let's do a daily. So what could actually happen as well too, guys, is that we could get rejected on the $42,000 area, bounce back, and then break through, and then just moon. It could just straight moon, guys. Like that's another scenario that could happen, that it might be a fake out for the bears, where they're going to be like, oh snap, we're losing resistance, we can't break through it, let's short. They're going to go ahead and short heavily. Longs are going to buy in very, very heavily, because they know they're tricking the bears, going to create a massive short squeeze, and we could be breaking through those levels of $49,000 Bitcoin in a matter of like literally in the next few days, like probably in 3 to 4 days. We could be seeing a massive short squeeze as well. So just keep that in mind, guys. I kind of do think that might be the thing. I think they might do that. I really do think they're going to go ahead and just let the bears take over, confuse them, let them retest $40,000. And then they're just going to go ahead and massively buy in to create a short squeeze up to the upside, breaking as far as 50,000 within less than a week and a half. So let's go ahead and see what happens. And if none of that happens and we do actually get rejected on the $42,000 area, do expect Bitcoin to go to 33, and then from 33, 20, 19,000, and bear market. We've been in a bear market. So let's go ahead and see how things turn out, guys. Like I said, definitely go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on Friday, I think. I can't remember, but I'll catch you guys very soon, all right? You guys have a good one. Thanks.